Greetings, fellow geeks, and welcome back to FanGeek'd. I'm Miranda, and I am joined by my Whovian co-host, Dallas.
Alons?
It is the third season of the podcast, and we are so happy to be back and talk about some Who after the roller coaster. That was last week.
Not as bad.
Not as bad, though, but whew, there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Okay. As I mentioned last week, since we are starting a new era, this episode will be exclusively found either on the BBC and BBC iPlayer if you are in the UK, and Disney Plus everywhere else. This episode is the second of 3 specials to celebrate the 60th anniversary, so I cannot wait to dive into the spine-tingling journey that was this episode. Shall we dive in?
Oh, especially spine tingling as temperatures plummet.
Yes. Oh, people are staying warm. It's a little cold.
Hopefully.
All right. As usual, I have the summary from IMDb. It's very short. It's only 2 sentences.
Okay.
The TARDIS takes the Doctor and Donna to the furthest edge of adventure. To escape, they must face the most desperate fight of their lives, with the fate of the universe at stake. Trying to leave it vague.
Well, it's not all that different from some of the more tension-building Doctor Who episodes, so it's something that Whovians are going to be familiar with. It's a not safe premise, it's a familiar premise.
It's something we're used to.
Yes.
All right. Fast facts about the episode. This episode, as confirmed in October of last year, continues the brief appearance of David Tennant, Doy.
Yes.
And Catherine Tate, as well as the final appearance of a fan favorite character. This is it. This is it. Sadly, this is it. Because his name is at the very end. Sad face. So the writer of this episode is Russell. Of course, he's the showrunner.
Yeah.
Got to give us all the lowdown. The director of this episode is Tom Kingsley. And music, as always, by Murray. Yay! Yeah. Welcome back, Murray. We missed you! So, just like last week, this episode will be on both YouTube and in podcast form. The YouTube will add additional clips for additional visual aid during the episode discussions, because I took recordings.
Yeah.
It might get trimmed like this last episode did because of copyright. I will hopefully be able to include clips from Unleashed, because they did a really sweet tribute to Wilf in Unleashed, a recording of. So hopefully I'll be able to include it. Because it's both Russell and David talking about working with him. So it's very sweet. And apparently they got him to record a little bit too for Unleashed, so it's kind of cute.
Nice.
All right, so this story was kept very top secret throughout the filming and promotion process, with both Russell T Davies and the actors mentioning very little or redacting guest star names from articles. So this one we knew next to nothing about.
Well, considering what happens, like,
kind of makes sense why they kept a good chunk of it top secret.
Well, yeah, but also considering the fact it's one of those episodes where it's mainly them two. So
yeah.
Wasn't like there was that much that needed to be redacted, but I can see the whole concept of trying to keep, main plot points fairly secret, especially because you don't want to spoil the hard work that they're all going through.
Oh, come on. No, why not? All right. This episode is filled with tense moments, adventure, and looking forward to the future as the show celebrates its 60th anniversary. Whoop, whoop.
Yay.
All right. The list of guest stars this week is not as bad as last week. It's a lot shorter. I think I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names.
Okay.
All right. So, first off, I had to mention Bernard Cribbins as Wilf, because this is his final appearance. Sad face. Wolf. He is memorialized at the end of this episode because he died last year. He died in 2022, unfortunately, while they were filming. He's known for Frenzy, The Railway Children, Carry On Columbus, The Adventures of Picasso, and Doctor Who. from 2005 to 2010, and then this past year.
Yeah.
Of course, we have Nathaniel Curtis as Isaac Newton. Hi, future me here. I realized as I was editing this that I mixed a few characters' names around, so let me clarify real quick for some of the guest stars. All right, first up, Nathaniel Curtis as Isaac Newton. I love that he gave a shout out on Instagram after the episode had aired. Surprise to anybody who recognized him. Props to you. He is known for It's a Sin, Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix, and The Witcher Blood Origin. And then next up is Susan Twist, who apparently we will see more of in the next season. I am intrigued. As Mrs. Meridew, known for See No Evil, The Moors Murders, In the Flesh, Coronation Street, and Playing Dead. Maybe we'll see more of her soon. I'm intrigued. All right, back to your previously scheduled programming. All right, there are a couple doubles I did have to include because they do have credits. So Daniel Sweet is the acting double for Tennant.
Okay.
He is known for Game of Thrones, The Death of Stalin, Me and Orson Welles, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Let me guess, he was the Barty Crouch Jr. double.
That wouldn't surprise me either. All right. The Beast double for Tennant was Orpheus Ray. He is known for The Experiment, for doing stunts, Alien Planet as a producer, One More Shot, The Princess Switch 3, and Back in Action.
Which Back in Action?
I guess the first one.
Okay.
And then Tommaso Di Vincenzo was the contortionist double, who is actually a contortionist in real life, and an acrobat, and is known, he has one acting credit besides two, and that's Firstborn. And then lastly, the acting double for Miss Donna is Helen Cripps, who is known for The Darkest Universe, Horn and Corden, Flowers, Black Pond, and Carnage.
Like Carnage, like Marvel Carnage?
I think so. That was literally all they included, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. All right, so before we dive into this episode, I'm going to need to give a spoiler. If you've been living under a rock, I give spoiler warnings right before we dive into every single one of the episodes in detail. This episode will break down the entirety of Wild Blue Yonder. Spoilers ahead. Make sure to watch the show and then join us later.
Or if you're a glutton for punishment and you don't like surprises, enjoy the spoilers and then see it.
True. All right. Once again, we start with a cold open.
Yes. And Donna screwed up.
Yes, because this is leaving off from last week after Donna spilled coffee on the TARDIS. Oopsies.
I think we spilled it on the control panel.
But still, oopsies. Insert ball of flames. So the show begins in a small cottage in London in 1666, as we meet Isaac Newton as he heads out to find some new ideas. Yay.
As one does.
As one does. He comes across Miss Meridew, the head maiden of the estate, asking Newton to not come back until he has a good idea in his head. We then join Newton under the apple tree, as we do, as he thinks away until plonk, an apple falls on his head.
Lunch.
Cool, free lunch. Thanks, tree. He picks up and glances at the apple as an idea pops into his head before suddenly a whiz of blue rushes past him, knocking every single one of the apples off of the tree.
More food.
As Isaac pops out from under the tree, we're surprised to see the Doctor and Donna on top of a tree. As they stick their heads out from the TARDIS, explaining that Donna spilled coffee on the console as the TARDIS is currently flying out of control. That must have been quite an interesting filming moment. Insert Donna and Doctor in a tree.
We've been in theater situations.
I mean, both of them have been in some interesting filming situations for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So the doctor just needs to triangulate the correct time so they can go back home. And when he asks Isaac Newton, he learns it's the year 1666, as we learned already. This catches Donna's attention as she realizes she is talking to Isaac Newton before the sir was added. This is pre-sir.
Whoops.
They briefly mention spoilers and make a pun about gravity before leaving.
Seriously, they're like spoiling history already.
No! Understand the gravity of the situation. I was like, oh God. Really?
He dad joked. He freaking dad joked.
That was a really bad dad joke. And then just like in the Children of Need in Need special, Isaac thinks of the word before coming up with a new one. Instead of gravity, it's now Mavity. Weird.
Imagine so many textbooks that people are going to have to return now.
It's like, oh, dang it, it's not gravity anymore. Gosh darn it. And then, once again, we get the glorious title sequence, which we've already dove into last week, if you want to listen to that. It is a short, so find it on our socials. Theme music written by Murray. Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay! All right, this next section I have titled "Strange Spaceship Part 1." TARDIS leaves in parentheses. All right, after their encounter with Isaac Newton, we then jump to a spaceship somewhere,
Anywhere,
pretty much, as the TARDIS careens into the room. It seems to be glowing and playing Wild Blue Yonder, the Air Force theme song.
Yeah. It's been a while since I heard that.
I know. I'm like, okay, I've grown up with that song, so I had to memorize it at some point, but life.
I never did, actually.
I knew the words to it at some point, but I was like 5.
Yeah.
I don't remember them anymore.
Neither do I.
The Doctor and Donna come stumbling out and have to duck out of the way as a column of flame comes shooting out of the TARDIS before the door shut. Yikes.
As one would when flames are being shot out of the door.
Yeah, no thank you. I don't want to be on fire. Thank you very much. The Doctor and Donna seem to regain their standing, whilst wondering what is going on with the ship itself, as it seems to be groaning and creaking in pain. Well, boy, it got lit on fire. No wonder it's mad.
And coffee spilled on it.
Yeah, I'm like, no wonder she's mad. Donna asks if the TARDIS is broken. The Doctor pokes his head inside to see damage everywhere, and the cloister bell is ringing. Well, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, but the also including of an Air Force song, like, is there going to be a war? Is there a war?
Yeah, I don't know.
Foreshadowing, probably.
Probably. The Doctor bangs his head against the door as he grumbles about the console being brand new.
Pretty much everything in there was brand new.
Donna apologizes sheepishly. I'm sorry. Donna asks the Doctor if he can fix the ship. The Doctor pulls out his sonic screwdriver as well as a regular screwdriver.
Because of course he has both.
Because, pockets are bigger on the inside. Of course he has both. Makes logical sense. As he sets to work fixing the keyhole to reconfigure the ship to repair itself. As he sets to work, Donna wonders out loud why the ship started playing Wild Blue Yonder. The two are curious, and Donna mentions that she sang the song in primary school choir, but her Gramps was not a fan. Considering the fact it's a war song. Makes sense.
I know.
And for a different country, no less.
Yeah. Leave it to someone who is actually in a war to have problems with
a war song.
His grandchild singing a war song.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Probably at that age, not really knowing what it means or being told by someone else what they think it's supposed to mean.
Yeah. The doctor then gets the sonic screwdriver to fit inside the keyhole, and it takes a second for the light to turn blue, activating the mending system as the ship starts to repair itself. The two observe that they are on a spaceship before opening the door to reveal an extremely long corridor. What did you think of that? That's the reveal of the really freaking long corridor.
I was just thinking, again, I'm probably going to get maybe a little bit of this, but the fact that it's a really long corridor and they're the only two people there that we know of at that point just feels like not claustrophobic because it's a long corridor, but it just feels isolating.
Definitely, because it's like, hello?
Yes.
Is anybody there?
Yes, it just felt isolating.
Yep. The two notice a very small blurb in the distance and shout out to say hello. That moment of the doctor going, hello, to the tiny blob at the end of the hallway. Yes. Who we don't know who it is yet. All we just see is a blob.
Yeah, just like a little, I don't know what you'd call it other than a blob.
Yeah. As the two walk down the corridor, Donna mentions that she thought Isaac Newton was very hot, causing the doctor to agree. I guess that's the first time he's admitted it out loud then.
The agreement of some intrusive thoughts.
Yep. I love that when he goes, oh, did I just say that out loud? Oopsies. Suddenly, the warp sound can be heard as the duo go running back into the room as the ship disappears. I guess we won't be seeing the TARDIS for a hot second. Uh-oh. Donna starts to panic, thinking they can never get back home, and blames the doctor that he cannot summon the ship with a snap of his fingers. An argument is soon to blossom, but the doctor cuts that off because he don't want to argue with Donna.
Yeah. Well, it's not that he doesn't want to argue with her.
He doesn't want to, but he cut off the argument as soon as he noticed it was starting. He's like, nope, yeah. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because he almost starts to blame her for the coffee spill, and then he goes, nope, I'm not doing it.
Well, he did, but it was, again, the whole idea of the fact that they were in the agreement later that if there's something that the TARDIS is scared of, then that kind of trumps any need to be right.
Yep. Suddenly, Donna begins to have a bit of a panic attack. But the doctor comes to the rescue. This moment was so cute.
I know.
When he pulled her hands in. Yeah. Put her hands on his hearts, kissed him, and said, I will get you home.
Yay.
I love that moment. That was so cute.
I just love the idea of being reassured.
Mm-hmm. It's like, he's got you. You are fine. Deep breath. You've got this. He also mentioned that there's a system that the TARDIS uses in immediate danger called the HADS. All right. Whovian Lore time.
About that.
The HADS is a displacement system of the Doctor's TARDIS that has been used on and off throughout the Doctor's run. It was first used during the third Doctor's era and has been included in the run of 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, and 12. That's a lot. So the system
but there's such a weird gap. It starts with 3, but then it goes, and then it
jumps to 5.
Yeah,
I guess 4 never used it.
Apparently not.
The ship leaves when it arrives in danger, and then only comes back when the danger is gone.
Yeah.
It is then that we get the iconic moment from the trailer. Now with some additional context.
Oh boy.
That means we've landed in the middle of hostile action. Yeah. There's something on this ship that's so bad that TARDIS ran away. Yes.
Yeah, but then
we go and kick its ass.
Yeah, but how do you kick the ass of something when so far you're the only two people in a long corridor and a blob?
I don't know. I think Donna was just, trying to pump herself up there, but that moment
she had just come from a panic attack.
Absolutely iconic.
Adrenaline. She's on adrenaline.
It's adrenaline. All right. Strange Spaceship Part 2, featuring hover car, because I don't know what else to call it.
As opposed to when the Doctor was on the moon and they requested bikes. Maybe that's a callback.
Yeah.
So they're not constantly running.
Yeah. Or the segways. Or the segways in Runaway Bride.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Once inside the ship's long corridor, the two continue their conversation about the primary school teacher. The teacher, Mrs. Bean. Interesting name. I guess that's a callback to Mr. Bean. Lol.
Bean.
Said that it was a jolly song, not a war song. Okay.
I trust Wilf's assessment of it
more than hers. Suddenly, a voice calls out with the strange phrase, Fenslaw. This is when we first start getting the strange phrases, like I mentioned last week.
Yeah, I kept thinking, what is a Fenslaw? Is it like a food? What is it?
No. The first time you hear it, you're like, huh?
Is it a palindrome? What is it?
I don't know, but it catches their attention. The two try and figure out what exactly the words mean and mention something about languages. This moment was pretty silly. I don't know. TARDIS translates, but now it's gone. No, the TARDIS translates for me. I thought you knew 27 million languages. I know 57,205,000,205, but not this one. Unless that was Mr. Fenslaw saying its name. It wasn't that. It wasn't that? No.
Has to casually drop in his knowledge here.
Of course he does. Insert knowledge bomb.
A little show off.
Donna realizes that the blob didn't move. I'm still going to call it the blob, because we don't know what it is yet. But something catches the Doctor's attention. The button on the floor. Oh, the Doctor and buttons.
Dude, if the Doctor had seen any 80s movie, you do not step on the button on the floor.
No, but he did it anyway. Insert hover car. That whole moment.
That was a good, fine, one exception.
Yeah. The two are adorable as they get into the car and set off down the hallway. This is, long shot of hallway.
Yeah.
But you also notice that every now and again they kept cutting to inside the hallway, like hiding. I guess to call to what's to come, I guess. Yeah. But like every now and again it'd be like around the corner.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, why is that camera angle over there? Strange. Yeah. They soon come across the blob, which they realize is a robot.
A Marvin.
Jimbo!
Marvin.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The Doctor, when he's talking to the robot, do you really have to talk into his head?
Well, he doesn't know. It's like the only other thing.
It's like, hello, I am the Doctor. I'm going to talk to you like you are slow. The robot suddenly takes a step forward, catching them off guard, but that's literally all it does. That's it.
The slowest Marvin ever.
Very slow. The two are disappointed before they realize that something happened that caused him to walk down a long corridor. But what was the reason? The Doctor makes the "I'm watching you" sign to the robot before they head back to the car. Oh my god, Donna's moment as they get in the car. Allons, as idiots say, E. That made me laugh.
They're just brother and sister at this point.
Yep. She makes a hilarious callback to the Doctor's iconic catchphrase for a hot second. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Allons, as idiots say, E.
And they're siblings at this point.
Pretty much. All right, the edge of the universe. The duo eventually, yeah, pretty much. The duo eventually reached the end of the hallway, leading to a large blue door. Cool.
Okay, that's where my literary analysis kicks in here. They're the only two, other than Marvin. We don't know his name. I'm going to call him Marvin. And there's a blue door. The door's supposed to be something helpful. The blue was supposed to be calming. It's not.
Your skin's like, hey, what's going on here? Hey, your adrenaline's starting to kick in.
No, just the idea of something wicked.
Yeah, something wicked this way comes.
And you're in a corridor and you're the only two. Why is there a door? What requires a door for just an empty space? I assume a spaceship.
Yeah. The two head towards the door, and once it opens, they discover they are inside the controls of the ship. The head of it, the bridge. The doctor makes an interesting observation. That's cracked me up. We've got a chair. That's a good sign. It's a life form with a bum. Of course, he has to.
Or just anything that wants a chair.
Yep. He attempts to figure out the numbers 1 through 10 to be able to read the base codes, to figure out where they are and what the heck is going on.
I can read the base code. So, life signs. No. Just an empty chair. Wait a minute. The spaceship seems to power down. Basic functions ticking over. Oh. Someone opened an airlock door 3 years ago. And then it closed. Oh shit, and empty 3 years.
He then discovers that there are no life signs on the ship and it has been powered down for some reason. And a random airlock door was opened and closed 3 years ago. That's all the information he's got.
Well, that and there was some life form that either opened or closed the door.
Yeah. All he knows is he knows the numbers 1 through 10 and that an airlock door opened and closed.
Well, someone had to open and close it.
I mean, that's our airlock doors to space.
Yes.
You gotta open it somehow.
Yeah. Somebody had to open it and close it.
Only question is who?
Or what?
Or what? He then spies a bunch of flashing numbers, discovering that there are cameras aboard the ship. We then get a gorgeous shot from outside as the audience can see how long the ship actually is before it reaches where the Doctor and Donna are. That is a very Rachel Talalay-esque shot, seeing the size of the entire ship.
It gave me 2001 Space Odyssey vibes.
Yeah. It gave me a bit of both, but Rachel Talalay, who has also directed a few episodes of Who, that is one of her trademarks. She does that a lot. Donna wonders where they are, but if we're in space, there's no stars. Where are the stars?
Or planets.
Or planets. Where the heck is everything? Why is it so dark?
Or stars. Planets.
Yeah.
Stars. Asteroids.
Anything. Please. The Doctor then makes a terrifying observation. The ship has fallen through a wormhole, and they are actually at the edge of the universe. Ugh.
And my intrusive thoughts would say, look down.
Like, look out the window, look down.
Yes. My intrusive thoughts.
So what's out there? Well, that's difficult for you, because if the universe is everything, and the concept of an everything having an edge is kind of impossible, but that's the language of 21st century Earth, and you don't know anything yet. Not being rude. You just don't. When you discover Boolean flat mathematics, you'll discover it's possible. What? That. Nothing. At the edge of creation. Absolute nothingness. But starlight travels, You could stand in my garden and look at the light from stars a million miles away. So where's the light? Over there. Just hasn't reached us yet. If we flew in that direction, it would take 100 trillion years to reach your house. That's my family. Over there. I've never been this far out. To stand like this, physically unprotected, right on the edge. No one ever
Without
has.
the TARDIS.
Not ever. Till us and this ship.
Without the TARDIS.
Exactly. Time roll. All right. Fixing the ship, stories, and nobodies. The two head back out into the hallway as they hear a loud noise. They believe it's just the ship just settling. It's fine. It's fine. Suddenly, another word gets announced. Colas. The ship moves around again, and Marvin takes another step forward. The doctor seems confused, wondering what the phrases meant. Is it a list? A countdown? Instructions?
Well, it's not a name.
A warning?
It's not a name.
It's not a name. He knows that now. They then head back into the bridge as they continue to explore the ship. They then head down the corridor to a room filled with boxes. The doctor opens a drawer to reveal lots of thin metal sheets in an oozy liquid of sorts.
Ugh.
Those turn out to be base plate repetition filaments, which he then takes a taste of. Seriously, doctor?
Great scientific method. I don't know what this is. Don't know if it'd be dangerous. Don't know.
But I must lick it.
But I must be.
Before moving them up a drawer. The doctor instructs Donna to move all the rectangles from the door he first opened to the empty drawer directly above it. Super temp activate. Donna then asks why. The ship explains that the ship is currently idling and he wants it back on full power. That makes sense. He then heads off to find another room, the water pivot, leaving Donna nervous to be left on her own. The truth is real, Donna. As the two set to work on their specific duties, Donna with the rectangles and the doctor with the water pivot, the air suddenly gets cold. Dun, dun, dun.
We're good.
It is then that we get a double of the doctor with Donna and Donna with the doctor. Did this catch you on edge at all? Or wasn't till like partway through?
Part of me was just thinking it was imagined conversations or something.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like imagined conversations.
Yeah. They both have some sweet conversations who they think is the other person, allowing Donna to delve into what she thinks of her family and her granddad. I was thinking, let me finish, okay? I know I sound daft, but I wonder how long they'll wait. Rose and Sean and my mother standing there in that alley, waiting for the TARDIS to come back. What if we never do? And then time will pass. Rose will go up. She'll have a life. She might go back to that alley once a year for old time's sake, but she'll move on. Not Rose, though. He'll keep going back every single day. He's nice, you know. He's lovely. I hope you get to know him. I hope so, too. And Wilf, your grandfather? What would he do? Oh, him? He would install himself with a sleeping bag and a thermos, and he would sit there forever, calling you everything, wouldn't he? He's lovely, Wilf. Such a nice man. I'd love to see him again.
Such a nice man.
We all do.
I'd love to see him again.
The doctor, on the other hand, as he's pulling switches at the water pivot, is theorizing what would happen with the TARDIS after it disappears, and if he ever thinks about Gallifrey. It's funny, because I wonder where the TARDIS goes at random. Maybe it lands on some outcrop by the sea, and there's a tribe, and they worship it for 100 years. Then they grow up and try to burn it. And then they get wise. Then they preserve it. Then they build a city all around it, till the TARDIS is just a tiny little dot surrounded by skyscrapers and monorails. Time passes, and the city falls. It all gets swept away. And there's the TARDIS, still on its outcrop by the sea. It's the only thing I've got left. Do you miss home, Gallifrey? I suppose, I mean, yes, but no. It got complicated. It's the least of our problems right now. After that sweet moment, we then get the first glimpse that something's not quite right with this picture. As both the Doctor, the duplicate Donna, and Doctor and Donna start saying strange phrases like, "My arms are too long."
Okay.
I remember that caught me off guard the first day. I was like, wait, what? My arms are too long. Wait a second. Hold on. That's not the real Donna. Or is it? Or is it? And just like that, both arms begin to grow on the duplicate Doctor, and one arm grows on the duplicate Donna. Apparently that was practical.
That's not bad.
Causing the Doctor and Donna to freak out and run into each other.
The real one.
Yeah. It is then we learn that there is hostile danger on the ship. And they have just now met the Doctor and Donna, but who are they? Okay. In my notes, from this point forwards, I have called them not Doctor and not Donna.
I just
the only way I could differentiate them.
I just said doubles or things.
Well, that works. What are they? They're us. They're not us. The notion of shape is strange. It limits. It is limited. Okay, whatever. Shape you want to take, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. I just want to say, it's very nice to meet you. I'm the Doctor. This is Donna. So are they. If you can just get those bodies to calm down, we can talk. That'd be nice, don't you think? They're looking at us like food. Food is interesting because once I sort out the arms, then I have a problem with the jaw. That was creepy.
Yeah, this is turning into the Doctor turning into Jimmy Carter, and Donna's like, yeah, something is gonna happen here. Do you not see this?
Yeah. It's the knees. How many knees? 2. 2 in total, or 2 on each leg? Where did you come from? You're not part of the ship, are you? Did you come from outside? We came from nothing. We came from the nothing. We are not things. But you're not nothing. Ugh. Creepy. Okay,
I don't know why, but when I had this in captions, it said no dash things.
Yeah.
At least when I had it on subtitles. It said no dash thing. No things.
No things, not things.
No, it was no dash things.
Yeah.
So like not, it wasn't not things, it was no things.
That makes sense. Because it's trying to make a joke off of nothing.
Literally. I think it's a pun.
I guess so. Oh, Russell, you and puns. All right. Escaping the nobodies.
Or no things, whatever.
Or no things. Whatever you call them. The Doctor and Donna go running into the corridor and back to the hover car as the nobodies, no things pursue them. As they drive away, the nobodies continue to pursue them, growing larger and larger in the process. That was a little terrifying.
But it was still kind of cool with the...
Yeah, the effects look kind of cool. Not Doctor grabs hold of the buggy, but Donna deals with the large hand with a few baps with a metal bar. Go, Donna. Not Donna swipes at the car, causing it to spin out of control. The steering wheel comes away in the Doctor's hands. Ruh-roh.
Yeah, kind of got a little corny there, but
Yeah. The hover car comes to a stop as the nobodies have grown so big they are now stuck in the corridor.
you think they wouldn't grow to where they get stuck, but I don't know. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah. As the doctor and Donna get out to observe the nobodies, the doctor realizes how they ended up getting onto the ship, why they can change size, and how they know about specific pieces of information. Creepy. What are they? No, don't. Got to see. It's strange enough, my face coming back, but not this big. That airlock door 3 years ago, that's when they got in. No things, no control of shape, no concept of shape or size. How can they get bigger? Because you can only get a certain amount of mass, don't you? Sean used to complain about that watching Venom films. He'd say, "Where's the extra mass come from?" It got colder. Oh yeah, it got colder for me. Heat into mass, but they're not just physical copies. They've got our thoughts too. That other Donna, she mentioned Gallifrey. The other doctor said Wilf. Okay, so they've got our memories. So they're copies with memories and mass, but what I don't get is, why do they hate us? That's my hand.
But we don't know about the hating yet. Although
no, not yet.
Although the pursuit would indicate some level of disdain, so.
True. The doctor realizes that they are getting free and about to change sizes again when he spots a ladder. The two of them start climbing. Okay. As they climb, 2 separate hatches open, causing the doctor and Donna to get separated. Oh no!
Not an uncommon thing that happens, but
true. Dr. Donna separated and facts unveiled. Who do you trust? As mentioned, the doctor and Donna have been separated and are in 2 separate corridors. The doctor in a red corridor and Donna in a green corridor. One seems to be 2 floors down compared to the other one. The two mentioned that they will keep shouting until they find each other. Hope you don't lose your voice in there.
Yeah, but then that would give the monster something to copy off of already. They already know their voice, so it's not really a good idea.
Yeah. The doctor then finds a ladder and heads down into a blue access corridor, muttering to himself about the phrases he's heard so far. Fensaw, Colis, Brait. What do they mean?
Still not names.
Still not names. Suddenly, footsteps can be heard, bulkheads slide open, and both can see their breath as they exit their respective corridors. Oh dear. We're about to face them again. Oh boy. All right. This next section I have titled Whovian Lore Galore. Pun intended. All right. We then have creepy moments with the doctor and Donna as they both come face to face with who they think is real until the nobody is revealed.
Not again.
I know. The doctor has a lovely conversation with Donna as they talk about if they are talking to their true self and how to prove it is really them. Donna mentions that she can look into his head and mentions that she can see everything that has happened in the last 15 years since they have last seen each other. The doctor seems suspicious and mentions that it is mentioning Gallifrey in order to break him down. It is then that Donna mentions something that surprises both the doctor and the audience. The flux and the timeless child.
Oh.
It's canon now, haters. Deal with it.
Oh no.
So where are you from? No, but we've done that. We talked about that. Back there out loud. All 4 of us know it's Gallifrey. Except it's not. What do you mean? You don't know where you're from. How do you know that?
We haven't stopped to talk. We haven't had a chance. It's always like that with you. Running from one thing to the next.
In your head.
I saw it. In your head. Flux.
It
It
destroyed
destroyed
half
half the universe because of me. We stand here now on the edge of creation.
We stand here
Creation which
now
I
on the edge
devastated.
of creation.
So yes,
creation which
I
I
keep running.
devastated.
Of
So
course
yes,
I
I keep
do.
running. Of course
How am I
do.
supposed to look
How am I
back on
supposed to
that?
look back on that? It wasn't your fault.
I know. I'm sorry. Donna, is that you? Yeah. All those years, I missed you.
And it gets ruined.
The two head towards each other, and then Donna's lower half dissolves into black goo. Sorry, Doctor. Not the real Donna.
Not sorry for the practical effect, although that was a real dick move.
Yeah. Donna mentions that she couldn't keep it together. You are so amazing. We stare at that universe so far away, but you have owned it. You are such a prize. What are you? Ew.
We couldn't keep it together literally.
I know, seriously. Meanwhile, Donna is dealing with a similar situation with the doctor, where he has somehow lost his tie. Where the heck did that go?
Didn't he take it off?
I guess so, at some point. When she asked about it, he mentions that, when something is gone, it keeps existing, before grossing her out by bending over backwards and looking at her from in between his legs. That's the contortionist double at work.
Okay, for a second I thought David Tennant could actually do that.
No, that was the contortionist. They had a contortionist double stand in for the bending over part.
Okay.
But he was literally dressed like David. That's why
Okay.
it looked extra creepy. Donna screams and runs away in fear as the doctor chases after her, taunting her in the process. This was creepy. Auntie Iris, Mommy and Daddy, yep. Why does he travel with someone as stupid as you? Donna. Me too.
Reagan.
Seriously. All right,
I'm
this
surprised
next,
you know what that is.
the next section I have titled The Line of Salt. What else am I going to call it? The doctor and Donna continue making their way down corridors until they reach a junction. After the doctor's interaction with Donna, it's quite a volatile reaction.
Understandable, but still
Screaming
painful.
and kicking at the panels for a few moments until he says, okay, good. Whew. Why? Because he didn't want Donna to seem so vulnerable and upset that he let down his guard. And a whole moment when he's going, ah!
Yeah, it was sad.
That was him letting it out. Suddenly, another phrase is said as Marvin takes another step forward. Gill vein. But what does it mean? Suddenly, eventually, the two duos meet up again, along with their knots, at a junction on the spaceship. Both the doctors are suddenly wearing their ties again.
Apparently. Was this just like a shot thing?
I don't know. That's a serious
Or was
continuity
this
error.
just
You don't have
they-
your tie, and then all of a sudden you have it. Huh?
Yeah, that, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it.
The two were standing side by side with their respective duplicate as the doctor tries to find the real Donna. There is a whole back and forth before the real Donna reveals herself. But you're a copy of me. You're only fast because I am. Oh, well, I can't follow any of this. And that is proof, because let's not pretend I'm the stupid one. You think you're stupid? Of course I do. That's very Donna. That's so Donna. That's my Donna. Except Donna does not think she's stupid. Oh, I do. No, Donna thinks she's stupid, and sometimes she thinks she's brilliant. She thinks both. Because that's that's the astonishing thing about people from her planet. They can believe two completely different things at exactly the same time. Brain box. My girl!
Technically, I wouldn't call it like a brain box thing. It'd be more like a mic drop.
Yeah, it's more of a mic drop than brain box, but okay, Donna. Once the two find each other, they hug each other in relief. Phew.
Yeah, but it's not lasting.
Not yet. And stand side by side as the other two grow closer and closer until the doctor pulls out a pot of salt.
Oh, where's Johnny Harwick for pocket sand? Seriously.
Really, doctor? Salt? Of all the things you could pull out of your pockets, salt.
It worked in Hocus Pocus.
Okay. He then creates a line of salt in front of both couples, causing confusion with the duplicates. But salt. You can't cross salt. In our universe, it is said that vampires, demons, and ghosts cannot cross a line of salt until they've counted every single grain. You've got no choice. But that's a superstition. Doesn't mean it's true. It's a superstition, and it's true. Two things at once. You're lying. Then walk towards me. Come on. Stop copying and make your own minds up. Cross the line. She doesn't believe him. But you said I'm stupid and also brilliant. Then which one is it, Donna? Cross the line or count?
I just would have.
Yeah. I would have thought the same thing too. Donna then gets down and starts counting each individual grain of salt in the line. And as that is happening, both Doctor and Donna realize that the duplicates are slowly acclimating. They didn't get the chilly air like last time.
Not good.
That's not a good sign. When they ask why, we learn something quite chilling and the reason why they are trying to become the Doctor and Donna. Because the TARDIS will come back for us. They know that. So if they become completely us, the TARDIS will come back for them. Is that what you want? Escape? We drifted here, in the lack of light, passing no time. But we would feel it from so far away, your noisy, boiling universe. We want to travel there to play your vicious games and win. If you existed here, no shape, no form, no purpose, then what's made you so bad? The things we felt, they shaped us, carrying across the dark. We could hear your lives of war and blood and fury and hate. They made us like this. We are more than that.
Nature versus nurture again.
Suddenly, Donna blows the salt away as the duplicate's teeth transform.
Oh, I swear I saw teeth like that in one of the other ones. I think I saw it on a Rick and Morty monster at one point.
Yeah. Those were also practical.
Nice.
There's a funny clip of Donna in Unleashed where she has the, giant teeth in her mouth, and I think she's trying not to do something. She's looking at herself with her phone. She goes, "Hey, I'm just updating my Tinder profile," with the teeth in her mouth.
Nice.
I'm like, but you're not on socials, Donna. You're not on socials, Catherine. Okay.
The good thing about this next scene is it's really something you can stick your teeth into. Just about completed it in time. At the skin of our teeth.
Trapping the nobodies. Back at the bridge, the Doctor and Donna managed to seal the doors before the duplicates arrived, their teeth now back to normal. Donna asks the Doctor a good question. Why are the duplicates trying to scare them? And the audience? The answer makes complete sense. The problem is, 10 minutes ago, they'd have ripped that door off its hinges. Now they're just standing there, locking into shape. Almost complete. Yes. But if you just listen to my questions, thank you very much. Why are they making us so scared? If they want to copy us, why don't they just sit in a corner and do it? Why terrorize us? That's a very good question. Yes, I'm brilliant. Why provoke us? Unless that's how it's done. The more scared we are, the more the blood pumps. Hypothalamus, adrenaline. We think faster and faster and faster. It makes us easier to copy. Goosebumps, like Braille. You're reading us. Is that right? Yikes!
Well, technically, it seems kind of flawed to use someone's fear to get them to think, because it's not like you think rationally when you're scared. Unless you're more trained in that, you are not. No offense, no one, especially in horror movies, not that many people are smart when they're scared. There are a whole list about it. A whole list.
Yeah. Once the two figure out how they are acclimating their thoughts and figures so quickly, the two quickly come up with a plan to stop thinking. And maybe that will solve the problem.
No.
Or will it? I'm going to guess no.
No.
And you may need to figure out another plan. Like, fast. The truth of the captain is revealed. It is then that the doctor realizes there's a flaw in their plan. When Donna asks what, the duplicates mention what the Dr. Donna, the duplicates and the audience are all thinking. Why is there an empty chair? Why do the walls keep moving? What are the words in the air? And why did the airlock open and close 3 years ago?
Oh boy.
It is the doctor who then makes the decision after a noise interrupts his train of thought to open up a viewpoint in the ceiling. It is then we learn of something shocking. And there's a figure floating and bumping into the spaceship. But what is it? It turns out that it's the captain of the ship, stranded in the Mavity field outside of the ship.
Let's just call it gravity.
Yeah. When Donna asks why and what happened, we then learn of the true reality of the airlock opening and what the captain really did. Wait a minute. If they don't know why the captain's outside the airlock door 3 years ago, that wasn't them going in. That was her going out. She killed herself. But what for? She hid her thoughts so we couldn't see. Maximize autonomic brain function. Oh, well done, Captain. Because she knew, even with a lost ship, if you were found one day, if you two ever reached the universe, you'd run riot across the stars. And you were already becoming copies of the captain. You'd have owned this spaceship. If you copied her perfectly, you could have flown this ship home and started your war. So, she ended her life to hide whatever it is she left behind, because when she died, you hadn't completed her. So you lost everything she knew. Gone.
Oh, it's so drastic. That's so sad.
Yeah.
It was literally a ghost haunting them.
It was her skeleton.
Hubris.
Yeah, so scary. Ugh. And so tragic at the same time.
Each thump a reminder of their failure. How sad and poetic.
Pretty much. Learning of the countdown. Once the doctor makes that deduction, another phrase is heard. And Marvin takes a step forward and moves his hand. This also causes the viewpoint to close. The doctor realizes that the captain is the one who set the wheels in motion and killed herself so the nobodies couldn't learn of what she had done. But what had she done, we wonder? It turns out that the phrases we have been hearing throughout the episode, Fenslaw, Colas, Brait, mean 10, 9, 8. It is a countdown. And the robot is the trigger, taking 3 years to walk down a corridor and press a button, destroying the ship.
Yay.
The Nobodies and the Doctor and Donna compete against each other to unseal the bridge first, allowing them to chase after the robot as it slowly heads for the button. The final chase, and the TARDIS returns. Yeah!
More than one countdown.
The four characters have a dramatic chase down the hallway towards Marvin as he inches closer and closer to the button. The ship is slowly counting down to 1, each phrase causing more and more panic among the characters.
And audience.
And the audience, because it's like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. The Doctor manages to knock down Donna, allowing her to fight Donna, which seems to be very therapeutic.
And scrappy.
As the Doctor tries to catch up with his doppelganger, the Doctor goes down to all fours for extra speed. That's the beast double.
Okay, that was smart. That was a smart thing.
As the Doctor slows down, he hears a familiar vorp. The TARDIS has returned! Still playing wildly young.
And it stopped at the Doctor, not the one that was running like a wolf.
Yep.
Demon dog, whatever.
Yeah. Still playing wildly yonder as it slowly makes a descent towards the Doctor. The Doctor grabs his Sonic from the door and heads inside. He then sticks his foot out and pushes the TARDIS like a scooter.
Okay, that was kind of cute.
That was cute. As he head towards the Donnas. Oh my gosh. Escaping the countdown and reunion? Question mark?
Quote, unquote.
The Doctor interrogates both of the Donnas as he tries to identify who is the real Donna. He asks the question of a statement that was mentioned at the beginning of the episode. Was Mrs. Bean, the choir teacher, funny? Turns out that Donna answered the question correctly, and the Doctor pulled her inside and shut the door. Did that cause you any panic at all when you realized, oh crap, the real Donna's on the ship? Oh no!
Yeah, really bad. And I don't really like that whole which is the real one. Kind of feel like it's overplayed.
Yeah, that is a really common trope. Like, seriously, way overused.
Yeah.
This causes panic as the real Donna is left stranded on a spaceship that is slowly exploding as the TARDIS dematerializes away. Is she stranded, or can she be saved? It turns out that the Doctor very quickly figured out that he had the wrong Donna and immediately zipped back to the exploding ship, yeeted the other Donna out, turning that staircase into a ramp. Nope. Before grabbing the real Donna and slipping away as the ship goes.
Seriously, by the literal skin of her teeth.
Seriously. Yikes. Overcoming hardships, meeting Gramps, and a cliffhanger.
Another one.
Of course, obviously. There's one more.
Yes.
Back on the TARDIS, the Doctor and Donna are holding each other in a very deep and comforting hug on the floor of the ship. That was so... Oh my... They need that. Oh my God. They need that so
they
bad.
need that.
Stunned and out of breath at what they just went through. The Doctor mentions to Donna the reason why he yeeted the other Donna out of the TARDIS so fast. That other Donna was a 99.9% copy. Except I thought, what's wrong? Turns out her wrist had an extra 0.06 millimeters. He almost had him. She almost had him.
Yeah, I still feel like that was a little bit of an easy cop out, but I have more thoughts on that in a bit.
Yeah. The doctor also mentions that he shouldn't have drawn the salt line, which invoked a superstition at the edge of the universe, possibly allowing something in. But what? The doctor then brings up the fact that the other Donna had her memory, but could remember everything about the Dr. Donna and everything that he had been through since the last 15 years.
All the time we've been apart,
since they last seen each other. When Donna asks about what he had done, oh God, where do you start? He's been through a lot of stuff. Both 11, 12, and 13. Woo!
Maybe
5 seasons.
That's a lot of stuff. The doctor tries to brush it off as we, the audience, starts to think back on all the adventures we have seen of the 11th, 12th, and 13th Doctors. Hard to believe it's been 15 years.
I could still see it though.
Chases waterfalls. Okay. But what really happened? A lot. You okay? I will be.
Whilst that conversation had been going on, it turns out that they have landed back in Camden.
Thank God.
Donna heads out of the TARDIS, excited to see the family once again, but when she opens the door, we are treated to a great surprise.
Two of them.
Yeah. But Wilf! Yahoo!
Yes.
The long-awaited moment. Wilf gasps in surprise as he can see his granddaughter stepping out of the TARDIS, her memory restored just as he dreamed it would be.
And the doctor, he knows.
The two hug, and as Donna turns to address the doctor as he pokes his head out, Wilf's reaction is absolutely adorable. As is ours as we see Bernard Cribbins back on screen again. Whoa.
Yes. I love that little reunion. It's so cute.
The Doctor and Wilf finally reunite after years apart, and now it's just like everything is right now.
I literally just
Hello,
wrote
the old soldier.
I literally just wrote in all caps with hold on, 1, 2, 3, like 6 or 7 exclamation points. Wilf.
Come on. That's freaking Wilf. How can you not love him? Hello, me old soldier. It turns out that Wilf had been ever so patient, dreaming of the day when he could see the Doctor again, and that he never lost faith that Donna would have her memories back and the Doctor would come to save us all. When Donna asks about her family, something strange happens. But what exactly is going on? It looks like chaos has erupted in the middle of Camden.
Again.
Recurrents are exploding, people are fighting in the streets, cars are deliberately running each other off. Suddenly, a jet plane flies low overhead. It's a plane.
Like, just a plane.
Yeah, just a giant passenger. What is going on? And could this relate to the next special? Dun, dun, dun!
Let's play a game.
And that's it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Did you have any funny or interesting moments to recap before we get into final thoughts?
I do like the practical effects. Again, the idea of using fear to help complete thoughts is a little bit flawed because not that many people are able to think rationally when they're scared. Do they think more? Yes. Are they on adrenaline? Yes. Are they rational? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. It's definitely adrenaline for sure.
Yeah. I do also feel, and this will kind of bleed into my final thoughts later, that him mistaking the Donna could be plausible just because they hadn't been together for 15 years. So it's plausible that it happened.
Yep.
Is it
Yeah.
annoying? Like infuriating? Yes. Plausible? Yes.
Mm-hmm. So my list, I have Dr. Donna moments, like
Yeah.
the whole moment at the beginning, the hands,
Yes.
and them hugging each other. The kick its ass moment, because I freaking love that moment in the trailer. And I wrote in all caps, Wilf, because it's freaking Wilf.
We
Come
both
on!
wrote in all caps Wilf.
All right. Final thoughts. Do you want to start or shall I?
I will say I did give this one a higher rating than the
last week
episode. Yes.
Okay.
I gave it a 7.5. It kind of feels like they drew inspiration from 1982's Thing, but I also considered it a parallel universe episode where what if Donna had been with number 10 in Midnight, because it kind of follows the same thing.
Well, you can't see the villain, except this time it's taken the shape of somebody.
They're more physical manifestations.
Yeah.
So it's more along the lines of, had Donna been on the ship at midnight
versus at the spa.
Yes. So that was what that episode kind of felt like to me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeesh. What a spine-tingling adventure that was. I completely understand the reasoning why Russell T Davies wanted to keep this episode top secret. It was such a fun episode filled with surprising twists and turns along the way. It was great to see to get the chance to see David Tennant back in the role he loves oh so much, and he truly shined as the Doctor. I loved getting the chance to see Catherine Tate show off her acting chops and sass as Donna, and it was great seeing the duo back again for more shenanigans. It was great to see both David and Catherine show off the spookier side of their acting, and using ridiculous hand, feet, and mouth prosthetics in the process was hilarious, to say the least. Props to the body doubles, who did a brilliant job at portraying the nobodies. It was wonderful and bittersweet to see Bernard Cribbins as Wilf on screen for the final time, and it was beautiful to see him memorialized in the episode as well.
Yes.
Absolute joy. In those few seconds, there's everything he brings to be. He's joyous, he's worried, he's scared, full of love, he hugs Donna, he hugs the Doctor. It's pure burn. I am so glad we got to shoot that, because it's one of the great joys of my entire life that I got to work with that man, I got to know him, got to be his friend. I love him. He's absolutely beautiful. And here he is at the end, back in Doctor Who.
It is clear that working with both Bad Wolf Productions and Disney has allowed this small blue box show to truly grow on a massive scale, and it is great to see. Knowing that David only had a small amount of time to film these specials, he filmed this episode apparently in July, on the hottest month of the year in the UK.
That explains a lot.
I am truly intrigued to see what the next era of Who will bring. Alonzi.
Yes. Although I will say this, while this dives into their talents for going into the more spooky tension building kind of thing, I will say I feel as though David Tennant's more spooky kind of things were a little bit better in Midnight, Don't Blink, and Weeping Angels of New York, although technically that was Matt Smith, but I could easily have seen David Tennant doing that.
I could totally see that, yeah.
So I feel like it was more in Don't Blink and Midnight. So
Blink and Midnight,
stronger just because they're earlier iterations. But this one was still really good. I'm not disparaging it at all. I'm just saying
all right,
a little bit stronger in those two.
Yeah, okay, ranking. So you're saying 7.5-ish? Okay.
Yeah, 7.5 out of 10.
I had like an 8. I had it originally at like a 7, but I moved it up 1. All right, coming next, the Giggle.
Doctor, we meet again. The Time Lord and the Toymaker. One final game. It's time.
This is the final of the 3 specials, which will possibly include David's regeneration into 15. I know, another regeneration.
Wait, this would be 15?
What?
Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's like 13 was Jodie, then
14 was David again.
Okay, then
and then 15 is the next one. Yeah. So possible regeneration. This also includes the villainous appearance of the Celestial Toymaker, played by Neil Patrick Harris.
They're just
They've
gonna
been teasing it for months, and now we finally get to see it.
They're gonna let his freak theater kid flag.
Oh my gosh!
Fly.
Other stars we know of in this episode include the head of unit, Kate Lethbridge Stewart, whoop whoop, as well as the return of Mel.
I actually did look her up. It makes sense that they brought her back.
The Meep did mention that they would talk to the boss at the end of the Star Beast. Maybe there's a connection? Maybe?
I don't know, but considering that they're bringing in Unit and they have Mel, who's a programmer, I assume that they're
and a previous companion.
Yeah, and well, that was her thing. She was
a computer programmer, so yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like they're gonna Unit is definitely gonna be using the best of her. Plus, we're gonna get like 2 redheads.
Yes. There are rumors that there could be a bi-generation.
Oh boy. I can't wait for Whovians to either get super excited or super pissed. There's never an in-between.
Yeah. Regeneration causing them to split off. Maybe 14 will stick around for a spin-off? Question mark?
Well, they said the same. They kind of teased that for Jenny, but they never.
Yeah, I know.
So annoying.
Hopefully we'll get to see Jenny back at some point. Come on!
I like Jenny.
I know. Musical numbers, perhaps. I mean, NPH does have some theater experience, and it looks like they did film something.
He has a lot of theater.
I mean, it looks like they did film something from the trailers, as there's rose petals involved.
Yeah.
And NPH dancing around. So
yeah, I kind of saw ahead and what the rose petals meant, and
it's a little dark.
Say, the last time I saw rose petals being used in that sinister kind of way was American Beauty.
Yeah. And that's the end of the episode. If you want to listen to more of our Doctor Who episodes with us, make sure to listen to us on Spreaker at FanGeek'd. This will also be on Spotify. Whoop whoop. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media at FanGeek'd. I will link them up here or somewhere, wherever I decide to put them. I may also put them down here.
In the timey-wimey Jeff.
Exactly.
Whatever he named it. I can't remember.
We will have more content coming this year. Do not worry. We got one more 60th special, the Christmas special, plus next series coming soon in May. Yay.
Even though Christmas has passed.
I know we're late. It's fine.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Thanks so much, Geeks.
Yeah, if there's any things that Whovians have a lot of, it's time.
Oh, yeah, we are used to waiting. I mean, just waiting between the end of Power of the Doctor and the 60th. Oh, man, that was a lot of waiting.
We're used to it.
We just about lost our minds. Yeah. Thanks so much, Geeks, and we'll see you next time on FanGeek'd. Bye!
Allons!